2024, what a year it has been. I'm a professional video editor and my videos have reached over 500 million views. And this year has been a huge year of growth for me after being made redundant in October 2023 and taking the leap and going full-time in freelancing. It's been a lot of long hours and non-stop editing. Then in July this year, I took another huge risk and started my own business, JE Media, and hired my first full-time employee, who is my fiancée, Amy. This video has been a whole year in the making, recording a lot of stats to see exactly how many videos I've edited, how many rounds of amends I've had, and so many more stats about my video editing this year. And Amy has actually put together a presentation, adding up all the stats and final results for the year. So it's actually going to be a surprise to me as much as it is you. Oh, thank you very much. Let's get this started. Joe Edits, I'm liking the graphic design here. Joe Edits 2024 editing stats. Total number of long form videos edited. Maybe I should do a bit of a prediction before. I haven't edited as many long form videos this year as I did the year before, but I've at least done one a week. I'm gonna go just more than one a week. I'm gonna go 52 long form videos in a year. Wow, 180? A lot of them I have worked with other editors, but 180 is mental. That is way more than I expected. That's almost double. When you're editing them each week, you don't really realize how much work you're doing. Wow, 180, I'm quite impressed with that. Next is total number of short form videos edited. This is going to be a lot. Some days I'm doing like 7 short form videos a day. Sometimes it's 10. It really depends like which clients I'm editing for. I think on average, it's gonna be like 2 a day. So I'm gonna go for like 600, no, surely it can't be 600. That actually sounds madness. Okay, we'll lower it a little bit because 600 sounds too many. I'm gonna go 553. Oh my God, 898. I mean, so Amy's looked through all of the files on my hard drives and gone through all of the folders and counted each video. It must have taken her a long time to do. 898. A bit gobsmacked, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I do edit a lot of videos, I guess. That's over 2 a day. Yeah, and I guess with like client short form videos, my Joe Edits short form videos, yeah, that's a lot. You can just churn short form videos out though. That, you know, some of the short form videos I edit are 10 seconds, some of them are a minute. The ones that are 10 seconds do literally take me about 10 minutes. So you can churn them out. It really varies like how much editing there is. Some short form videos take a lot longer. Like I had to do one where there was lots of like green moss in this location and the creator wanted to look like he was on Mars. So I had to change all of the green moss to red. And that one took a long time to edit. That was like 4 or 5 hours. So only 2 off 900. That's really not bad, is it? Oh, and total number of the videos edited, I can kind of work this out. Is it over 1,000? I mean, it's gonna be mental if it's over 1,000. 1,078. Wow. I mean, it makes sense, you know, adding them together, but that is mental to have edited over 1,000 videos in a year. I'm impressed with my work ethic there. I've done all right. And I mean, as I said before, you know, like most of them I do edit on my own, but some of them I have help from an assistant editor, and some of them, you know, the client will have another editor who I'll work in tandem with, but you know, 99% of these videos I'm completing, you know, pretty much fully myself. Most content edited in one day. There's got to be some days where I'm editing like 13 or 14 short form videos, maybe 15, 16, something like that. 28 videos. I mean, again, these stats are just taken off my hard drive, so they should be all correct. That's mental. There must have been a lot of like 10-second videos in there and just like blitzing them out. Total number of rounds of feedback. Wow. Some videos do have 0, so, and then a lot just have like 1, some have 2, you know, but then some clients I work for, you know, you do get into 3, 4, especially on long form videos, rounds of feedback. But you know, as you can see, the majority of my work this year has been short form. This is just a stab in the dark. 1,674. Ooh. 1,479, roughly. That must have been hard for Amy's count up, but we appreciate the effort. A lot of the stuff that I edit is like live content pulled from a live stream, and then that gets sent to me and needs to be sent out as quickly as possible. So obviously to have lots of rounds of amends for them isn't really useful because they want the content out as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's not too bad. YouTuber reactions. Oh, yeah, well, classic. If you've been following the channel, you'll know that we've been doing the chip fat how to edit like and the Max Fosh how to edit like, and it's so amazing to get like appreciation from these guys, and you know, I'm doing all right with my editing, and just for them to take the time out of their day to comment on the videos means honestly so much. So, and now Amy has prepared some questions rather than just stats to spice it up a little bit.
What is the longest video you edited this year?
In terms of long form videos, normally they're between like 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Some videos do go over 20 minutes. Where the videos normally differ for me is the amount of raw footage I get. I think it was actually last year, but the video that I got had 14 hours of raw footage, so I had to watch through 14 hours and then cut it down into like a 20-minute video, and God was it a marathon. But yeah, I think in terms of the longest video, it's probably about 22 minutes.
What about the shortest video edited?
It's probably around 7 seconds. A lot of the time they have to be over 7 seconds to like get pushed to the TikTok algorithms.
The most raw footage supplied for one video.
Okay, so we said about last year it was 14 hours, but after that absolute nightmare, I haven't had a video with that much raw footage again. You know, I've always been quite wary of asking clients, you know, how much raw footage is there going to be, and you know, like charging a lot more if there is a lot more raw footage, of course, and booking in the amount of time that it's going to take. But this year it's probably been maybe 6 hours is the most, which isn't crazy. Most videos I would say vary from like 3 to 4 hours, and I cut that down into 10 to 12 minutes kind of thing. I always like to keep my edits, you know, fairly tight. We don't want to keep in sections of content for it just to be there kind of thing.
What was your video with the most amends?
My video with the most amends is like 6 rounds of amends. I always keep my amends as standard to 2 rounds of amends, and then if clients want any extra, they can pay extra for that. And it just means that it doesn't keep on going on with endless feedback and endless feedback. Back when I used to work for an agency, I can remember it getting like really bad, and sometimes I'd have like 10 rounds of amends or 11 rounds of amends and be on like V11. You always know it's bad when you're in V, you know, double figures.
Do you know which video had the most views?
My most viewed video was actually 30 million views, and that was a short form video across TikTok and Instagram. But unfortunately I can't talk about it because I've signed an NDA with the client, and it was with like 4 or 5 really big talent. So yeah, I mean, that's why I did well in views.
What was your most enjoyable video?
My most enjoyable video to work on this year was probably the long form video for Patrick with Chef Rushin. I really like the structure of these videos, how they're like 1920s all the way through to the 2000s, and the video did really well. Chef Rush is great to edit with his comedy, and so is Patrick. And yeah, it was just a really fun one that went really well. That's probably my most enjoyable video. But maybe that's recency bias because it is one that I edited quite recently.
What about a least enjoyable video? Do you have one?
Oh, I was really throwing someone under the bus there. This year, there hasn't really been too many like crazy stories to tell of, you know, loads of rounds of amends or crazy amounts of footage or bad clients. It's been good. I feel like I've learned a lot from the past, and you know, made sure that like I've made it clear about how much footage is a client giving me, how many rounds of amends they're entitled to, made sure that like clients send me an example of the video that they want edited, just so that we're both on the same page, and manage expectations. So yeah, not really a worse video, and I wouldn't really like to throw any of my clients under the bus either. I mean, one that I didn't enjoy filming was my latest bloopers TikTok. If you weren't feeling this nostalgia, because I can't talk to a camera.